It is 7:20 in the morning. I went to bed at 2 in the morning. Happy Monday!
Here I was just writing a letter to my best friend Rachel, who lives back in my hometown. Here I was working on some honors essay planning as I had a second honors essay to do that was actually due on Wednesday of this week.
I have class in like 13 minutes, and to be honest, I usually would eat lunch around now, but I have not been feeling very hungry, and my stomach has been very upset with me since like last night. I don't know, it's just been really hurting after I eat, but I don't want to not eat because that's just gonna make it worse. Like, I'm just then gonna have a stomachache from being hungry. So I'm going to have some pretzels and hummus instead because I got a little one of those like packs. I don't know if it's like Sabra or something. But yeah, I'm gonna have some pretzels and hummus and keep drinking lots of water because of course my head hurts from not sleeping for very long. So yeah, and I'm just going to continue working on brainstorming for my essay, my honors essay, until class time starts. This essay is due on Wednesday, and I can either do this paper or a different paper that's due in 2 weeks, because I'm doing something called the Monsters Conference, which is a whole nother paper, which I wrote yesterday. So I then get to pick whether I want to do paper 2 or paper 3, but I don't have to do both. But I just decided to start brainstorming for paper 2, and if I feel inspired by what I'm writing, then I'm just gonna write the paper. Because paper 3 is a really interesting topic, but I'm scared that because there's more freedom in it, I'm scared I'm going to struggle to come up with some concrete ideas, whereas with this paper 2, it's not as creative as a topic, but I feel like more confident with it. And as I'm writing down quotes and stuff, which is usually the first thing I do, is like go through the material obviously and go through all the quotes I highlighted and look at potentially useful ones. Like as I'm going through it, I'm seeing more ideas that I feel like I'll be able to incorporate into this essay. So I might just go for this one.
And here I am in honors class and just eating my pretzels and hummus. Also, I just want to stress that I do not advocate for starting an essay 2 days before it's due. However, these vlogs are really just an authentic journal of my time in college, and this is the reality of the situation. Sometimes you start an essay 2 days before it's due, or in the case of my first paper, a day and a half before it's due.
We just finished honors class and it was entertaining. It was definitely not our most focused discussion in the world, but also like I was highly entertained. So, hey, that's good, I guess. Yeah, I feel like we've had better discussions, but also I didn't really feel like all too inspired by the readings, so I guess maybe that was part of it. And yeah, I still felt like I got like some good thinking done. But I have decided that I am doing the second essay. It's going to cause me to have to do a lot more work because it's due on Wednesday, whereas the other one is due 2 weeks from now, but I'm just gonna get it over and done with. So yeah. Okay, y'all, I have some things that hopefully will make my stomach happy. Some toast, some yogurt for the probiotics, and some applesauce. Heck yeah. My stomach doesn't feel awful, it's just that It just hasn't been feeling that great after I eat. And I think it honestly is probably just me being stressed related.
Can I join too?
I've been watching Gilmore Girls for so long that I just forgot how good of a show The Office is. It is pure gold. It will always be my favorite show. My voice just won't sing. So I gave up because at that point I was just hurting it. I'm just gonna wait for my voice lesson tomorrow. I have the song completely memorized, but I'm just gonna wait for my voice lesson tomorrow, and then hopefully my voice teacher can help me because my voice won't sing. I can't get it to work. I don't understand.
Because I had been up so late on Sunday night and frankly on Monday as well, I didn't get to folding my laundry from Sunday until Tuesday, so that is what I started off my Tuesday morning with.
Okay, it is currently 10:38, which means I have my piano lesson in about 20 minutes at 11. It's my piano midterm today. I am very nervous because she's going to record the piece, but basically what I did is I just played it through, all the way through, like maybe 5 or 6 times. That's basically what I've been doing all week, is just playing it all the way through. And then I played the specific sections that have always been harder for me over and over again, paying attention to small details, fixing small things, and I have not played the whole piece through now for the past 10 minutes because at 10:30 I cut myself off from playing the entire piece all the way through, so now I'm just playing small sections because I don't really want to have a memory of the last time I played it like solidly in my head. Like I don't want to play it through and then go right to my lesson because then I'll just have all the mistakes that I made in the previous one in my head, and you know, I'll be worried about it. So I'm just playing specific sections now. And then I also created an accompaniment for the song Tears of Gold, which is a song I'm singing in my voice lessons. So I've just been playing that piano accompaniment in between, like playing Vogel als Prophet 3 times. I would play my piano accompaniment for Tears of Gold. I'm pretty stressed. I'm very nervous for this. I'm also very nervous for my voice lesson, just because I haven't been able to get Tears of Gold at all, like how I want it at all. Like I haven't been able to get the note. I don't know. I'm getting frustrated with it. And I also have a whole honors essay to write today. And I have office hours with my honors professor. So there's just a lot of stressful things going on today. But gotta take it one thing at a time. Gotta know that the honors essay will get done. This is not the first time I wrote an essay in a day and a half, so. And I actually did get a start on it yesterday, so that's good. And I should have quite a bit of time today to work on it, so that's kind of a relief. But yeah, that's all I really have for you. I'm just feeling nervous. I just finished my piano midterm. It went okay. Yeah, we'll say okay. I was relatively happy with it. My piano professor seemed happy with it, so can't complain. On to the next piece. I don't know why I'm doing so many peace signs. I tend to do peace signs when I'm feeling stressed or anxious or nervous, and I am all of those things right now. Also, I got bit on the hand by something, and now my hand is super itchy and I'm not feeling it.
After I finished my voice lesson, which was honestly pretty disappointing, I moved on to working on this honors essay. So I had all of the research stuff done, and what I decided to do was create an outline of just bullet points of the things that I needed to cover. Often I can go straight from brainstorming to drafting just because I brainstorm in a way that's pretty organized, but I had so many different ideas for this paper, and I really needed to bullet point which ones I wanted to discuss first, second, third, etc. So that's why I chose to do an outline for this specific paper. And as you can see, once I finished the outline, I moved straight onto drafting. I ended up finishing the rough draft of this essay on Tuesday, and that was pretty much what I did for the rest of the night. I began my Wednesday by not going to class, but actually revising my rough draft of my essay. And the reason that I didn't go to my acting for musical theater class is because I actually wasn't called for class on this day. I did have to go to dance for musical theater as usual at 10:30, but it was really nice to have about 2 extra hours to work on revising this rough draft.
Guys, I did it. At 1:56 p.m. I submitted my paper. It was due at 2. She said around 4 pages. I wrote 5.5. I couldn't cut it down. It was too late, and I just was like, I'll take the loss. I'll take having a B rather than having an A and cutting it down because I didn't know what to cut, so I just didn't. But this is what it looks like. 4, 5.5. And then I also have a works cited that took me forever to do, but it's done. I can't believe it. I feel so great knowing that it's over. Like I said, I'm aiming for a B on the paper because I did well on the first one. I feel like she's not gonna like this one as much. I like this one better, I think. But I think it could have had more focus. Like if I had spent more time on it, I would have narrowed my focus a little bit more to directly answer the questions. But I also wanted to explore ideas I wanted to explore. So again, I'll take the loss. Definitely go for a B would be great. I will be very happy with that, and it wouldn't tank my grade in any way, so that would be great. But yeah, I put a lot of work into this. I ended up referencing 4 different texts. We only had to reference 1, so that's great. The works cited took me forever, but I did that. So yeah, now it's just a waiting game, but it's really great because that is the last honors paper that I have to start until our final one, which isn't due for a month. Although I'm gonna try to start work on the final paper early enough, maybe start brainstorming next weekend or this weekend if I have time, because I want the final paper to be good. When I hand in the final paper, I want to be I think I deserve an A on it because I will have worked so hard on it that I feel like I deserve that, or I feel like I earned it, I guess. Whereas this paper, I'm let's be honest, at the end of the day, I have to be happy with a B because I wrote it in 2 days. On Sunday night, I was still under the assumption that I would just do paper 3 and not do paper 2. And then I just decided to do paper 2 because I felt like ultimately it would be easier. And I'm really happy that I chose to do paper 2 instead of paper 3. Because this way, not only is it done, so I don't have to worry now in 2 weeks, I don't have to be thinking about the fact that I have to write another paper, but I can just focus on my Monster Conference essay and editing that in the meantime. But that isn't as bad as writing a completely new paper because it's just editing. So it's not like I have to write a completely new rough draft, which is obviously the worst part of writing a paper. But yeah, I feel so free. So that's amazing. And I'm just gonna watch some YouTube videos and some Netflix and just enjoy myself for maybe an hour or so because frankly, I feel like I deserve it. I've written so many darn essays. I will also probably submit my African Studies essay at some point. Yeah, I can't believe I've actually written 3 essays since Saturday. So on Saturday I wrote my African Studies one. On Sunday I wrote my Monster Conference one. On Monday and Tuesday I wrote my freak paper. Finished it today. Like, insane. Very insane. So much writing has been done. I'm not gonna lie to you. What I want to do right now is go for a bike ride. And then I just want to sit and do some journaling. So that is exactly what I'm about to go do. I'm gonna find a place to just sit and journal, and I'm gonna go for a bike ride.
If you have not taken time for yourself recently to just go outside and enjoy nature, this is your sign to go do just that. You won't regret it. I had such a peaceful time just listening to good music, biking, and journaling out my thoughts, and I actually journaled in my monster journal, so I got a whole entry done, which was really nice too.
Hello friends and happy Thursday! I just finished jazz class and my roommates are actually moving out. So I am going to have this entire apartment to myself. To moi. Very exciting. So I'm just going to move around a few things. Like, I'm going to take the stuff out of my fridge in this room and move it to the main fridge, because now I don't have to share the fridge and freezer, so there's obviously a ton of room. And I'm just gonna move a few of my things to the bathroom, just kind of stuff like that, because now it's literally my own place, which is really exciting. I did some cleaning of the kitchen yesterday, but I might just disinfect it one more time. And then I'm gonna see if I wanna like add anything. I think I might add a tablecloth to the table. So I might go out and get that today. Definitely wanted a coffee break. But yeah, it's the start of the weekend, so that's how I'm gonna start my weekend, just kind of cleaning and organizing. There's still a few things that my roommates have in here that they just have to take out, but it's really, really not that much, so I can basically kind of move all of my stuff around. But yeah, this is literally my apartment now, and they're moving out because there is a problem with the heating in their room specifically. Our bathroom is pretty hot too, but my room is totally fine. I just leave the fan on anyway if I have, you know, an issue. So I have no reason to move because the kitchen isn't too hot, my room is totally fine, the bathroom, it's like I'm not even in it that often anyway. And in the morning, I kind of like it when it's, you know, like hot in there, because I wake up out of my warm bed and then I get to go into a nice warm bathroom. So I don't even really mind that at all, but I am just going to do some cleaning, like I said, and blast some music. So that's how I'm going to start my Thursday. I'll also be doing some homework, and like I said, I might go to the store and pick up a few like more homey decor things, seeing as now this is more like my own apartment instead of just a dorm room that I share with suite mates, that maybe I wouldn't, you know, want to put a tablecloth or something because it's a shared space. So yeah, that's what I'm up to today. I hope you are having a great day. Cheers! Okay, I thought I would just show you guys some of the little changes that I have made. So, first change, I have a recycling area now. And of course, the kitchen just looks nice and clean right now. I like cleaned the microwave out so that way it's nice and clean. I did that last night. I also like cleaned the toaster and just all the appliances, so like the stove's nice and clean and everything. I added some fridge magnets and put all of my stuff in this fridge and freezer. I have these two like little utensil fancy things, and I'm gonna add a tablecloth and maybe like a little fake flower plant or something in the middle of this table, because I think it'll just warm up the whole kitchen area. This is still something that my roommates have to take out. I also kind of made this space my own. So this is my roommate stuff that they have to take down yet, but I just added my whole like book kind of case here, I guess. There's like some cookbooks, some books that I rented, and then just some books I have. I have this little pumpkin I added. This is the current book I'm reading. And then down here, I kind of made this the game cabinet. All I have is this one game that Drew and I bought that we didn't get to play yet, and we want to, called Unstoppable Unicorns, I think. And then chess, of course. I also added this thing out here, so that way the whole place smells good. I put my face masks and my purse on this rack. I added my violin down here, put all my coats up. This is my most worn coat currently, so I just put it on a hook. And then in terms of the bathroom stuff that I changed, I put my mirror and Kleenex right here. I moved my towel to a different rack, and then I just totally rearranged these shelves. The biggest difference is the fact that I added my makeup in the bathroom, because before it was on my desk. And then, I added this cute little card my friend got me just for Halloween. And then in terms of my room, I mean, nothing's really that different. The only difference is that my desk now has more empty space, and the windowsill has more empty space, which I really do appreciate. I feel the difference for sure, just because I don't have my makeup thing right here anymore and some other stuff, so it's just really nice to feel like I have more room. Other than that, what I'm going to do right now is quick revise, well, not really revise, I just need to read over my African Studies essay midterm one time, and then I can submit that. And then I think I'm going to go to Target right away. Unfortunately, there's not a Target anywhere close on the bus lines. It's like a 20-minute drive, but an hour bus ride. But that's okay, because I have to memorize some musical stuff, and one of the best and easiest way to memorize words is to just simply listen to the soundtrack over and over. So 2 hours on a bus, I will be listening to those songs on repeat over and over, so that way when I get to working on my parts in a practice room later today, which is my kind of main goal for today, is working on musical stuff up until musical rehearsal at 5 or 5:30. I don't even know what time it is, to be honest with you. But basically I'm just going to be working on musical stuff until then, so I'll listen to the soundtrack on the bus, go to Target, continue listening to the soundtrack, and then head off to a practice room and do even more work on my specific parts that I have to just run over certain lines and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of my plan. So it's kind of an interesting Thursday, strange Thursday. Usually I wouldn't go to Target or be reorganizing my entire apartment. It definitely wasn't a plan of mine, but yeah, I feel really freed up. This weekend I have a lot of stuff to do in the practice room. I have to record an audition reel for a class, practice duets with people, and also on my own, practice working music. So it's gonna be a lot of singing and a lot of work in the practice room, but not so much work on the computer, which is what I've been doing the past 2 weekends, because I've been so busy with essays that my focus has been the computer and piano. So, and I'll still be focused on, some computer work and some piano and stuff. But for the most part, the main bulk of my work is all in the practice room singing, in a variety of facets for a variety of classes. So that is basically what I'm doing this weekend. If you haven't noticed, I've been feeling more calm than I was a few days ago. I mean, I still feel a little bit anxious. I was having a tiny bit of a scratchy throat, and then it was freaking me out and stuff. So I'm anxious in terms of COVID and stuff, but earlier this week I was anxious in terms of what am I doing with my life? Having a mini existential crisis. Not really, that sounds so dramatic, but I was just really in my head, I guess is the best way to explain it. And I feel like I've kind of been able to get out of that after going for a bike ride and journaling and stuff yesterday. That really helped me out a lot. I feel like I was able to write down my thoughts on paper and then also figure out where to go from there. So I've been feeling more content with myself. So yeah, I'm still anxious. That's not gonna go away. It's not the thing that I think is frustrating about mental health is you can make breakthroughs in some areas, but it doesn't mean you're suddenly better. Or you can have like a great moment, but that doesn't mean like you're perfect in every way suddenly. But I'm doing pretty well, so that's really great. And it feels very freeing to have my own space too. So yeah, I'm just trying to stay positive and not freak myself out. I don't have a sore throat at all or anything, so I'm trying not to like, make myself sick and be that anxious about COVID. And I'm just reminding myself, like, I have a COVID test on Tuesday, so I mean, it's happening soon enough anyway. So I'm just not gonna try to focus on it too much, distract myself more, just because, like I said, I am feeling a little anxious about COVID, but in terms of other things, I'm feeling good. So that's really good. It's nice to feel like content with yourself, I guess, if that makes any sense. I definitely feel like I've been rambling a lot, but that's okay. But yeah, I'm just gonna read through my essay, submit it, and then we'll go on a little Target trip. Maybe I'll take you with me. I love Target, so I honestly don't even mind taking an hour bus ride to go there. And I'm gonna go to a different Target too. I'm gonna go to one, it's like a smaller town just outside my city. I usually go to the one in my city, but I don't really like that bus ride as much, and this Target's in more of like I don't know, it's like a scenic route. I've been in that area all the time, I just haven't been to that specific Target, so yeah, I don't know. It'll be a little bit of an adventure, not too much though.
Here I am just revising my African Studies midterm essay.
Tablecloths are expensive, especially when you want it to look good. I'm so excited. I made this mac and cheese using this thing called Epicure, which my mom gave me. It's like a way to microwave recipes and make them. And it looks so good. I can't wait to have it. And I also have a cup of tea with that. And then I'm going to watch The Office. And then after that, I am going to do some practice for the musical I'm in. Hello friends, and happy Friday. So far I have got ready. I had oatmeal for breakfast, and then I proceeded to watch a horror film. Which, if you know anything about me, you know that horror is not something I ever interact with. I hate horror movies. They're just not my thing. I don't like being scared. So, why was I watching a horror film? Well, there's like this honors club on campus that has been watching a horror film every week, and I haven't participated in any of the discussions, which occur on Fridays at 2. But this time I decided that I wanted to participate in the discussion because the film is The Witch, which is a 2015 film about a Puritan family. And then basically like all of this stuff goes down. That is apparently witchcraft. But I decided to watch it because I'm doing the Monsters Conference, as I've mentioned a few times, which is this honors conference on December 11th. So I'm a part of that, and my paper is actually on the Salem witch trials. I'm really using the Salem witch trials as a metaphor for like bullying and stuff. It's kind of complicated unless I fully go into it, but basically my paper has a lot of information on the Salem witch trials, specifically the mentality of those accusing others of witchcraft. And so I was like, great, this is a movie in which a girl is accused of witchcraft, and I want to see how it plays out. I want to see how they demonize her. I want to see the symbols used, because I thought, maybe some of that could be useful in my essay. After that meeting, I'm actually meeting a friend from more of my freshman year of college. We had classes together freshman year, and so we talked a lot then, and we haven't really talked a lot at all since. So I reached out to her because she's in a different major than I am, so that's why we don't really, see each other. But I really missed talking to her, so I reached out and was like, hey, do you want to meet up and talk? So we're going to go to a coffee shop and meet up there and talk at 3:30. And then tonight I am also watching the Senior Capstone, which is an online live streamed event. So I have to be there in my seat at my desk at 7:30 to watch it, because it is live. Well, it's pre-recorded, but then it's being live streamed, so you can't like watch it whenever you want. So I have that at 7:30 tonight. In between all of that, right now it is almost 12. So I'm going to do some African studies homework, and then I think I'm going to do some honors homework on monsters, because obviously this watching the horror film and meeting with this group, that is really just, it's not homework, it's just extra participation in honors. It's just me trying to show that I care. I also mailed a letter this morning, and I mailed it in one of the dorm buildings, and because they have like a letter drop-off thing, and then they also have a convenience store inside. So I got some of these icebreakers, the icebreaker duos. They're so good, but they'll probably be gone by the end of today, I'm not gonna lie to you. And then because it's the day before Halloween, I had to get some candy. So I got my favorite candy. And after I finish my African studies work, I'm definitely gonna have one of these. So treat yourself this Friday.
Here I am watching a documentary, I think that was called Little Rock 50 Years Later or something along those lines, and filling out the African Studies worksheet we have to do every week.
I made some noodles for lunch, and I'm just about to sign on to this honors meeting.